Immortal. Yeah. Came out the portal, immortal into a human body. I've been existing way before the earth had Anunnakis. Intergalactical battles, intergalactical travels, infinitely going through stars. The universe will unravel all of its secrets. Peep it, I'm starting to leak it. Time for truth is coming. 100, it's time to seek it. Expanding my perception through the spectrum of light. I'm going in with spectrum and the shit's out of sight. We indigo children, yeah, we building frequencies through the ceiling. Penetrating through reality, a marvelous feeling. Regardless, we're healing these humans that be claiming we demonic. The resonance goes over their heads, we super cosmic. The logic is ignorance mixed with fear in your thinking. My pineal gland is flooded, son, that shit don't be blinking. Sinking into your subconscious like a song with no words. The way I come up with these symbols of letters is absurd. Hey yo, my rhymes are like angelic beings. That shit is freeing, so pure that if you were born blind, I'll have you seeing. Breathing in a multi-dimensional light so captivating. Double helix is nonsense, so what I'm activating. Feel the power from within, seeping right through my skin. From the earth into my feet as it goes up to my chin. It got me grinning, rotation like spirals, my music spinning. I told you that I don't be playing, still I'm always winning. Fibonacci to the haters, curve them right to the side. They don't understand the energy, it comes from inside. So inside is what I master, used to be a disaster. Now I'm gladly elevating to a whole new chapter. Yeah, I'm giving birth to a whole new style. I incarnated through New York, yeah, I rep Long Island. Don't get it twisted though, I'm truly repping this earth. I came to free all these humans and show you all what you're worth. Immortal. Yeah, raising your frequencies one soul at a time. As I pass this mic to my boy Spectrum, yo Spectrum, light that up, kid.
They tried to tell me I'm mortal, I told them I was immortal. They asked me what makes me different, I asked them what makes you normal. I just followed my morals and I unfollowed the formal. Hopped on a track with crews, now we straight cruising through portals. I download the Metatron, I'm reversing it till I'm dead and gone. If you think I'm dope, then you said it wrong. Not trying to flex, but I'm hella strong. Mine did things you never seen. When I say mine, you know what I mean. I'm the most when I'm in my mode, and y'all average is like the mean. I really didn't mean to go intervene. I'm the middleman, chilling in between. You should do the math, we ain't keeping score. But I just hit a 3.14. I cook it up, make it look easy as pie. I'm moving in silence and seeing the sign. I am the G, if you remove me, all you gon' see is your sins. This is a big game of six, the simulation is breaking again. I'm taking control, creating my soul, and if the truth fits, I'm breaking it in. Breaking it. All I really know is that I'll never know. I've been here for forever, don't know when to go. I think that indicates that I'm an indigo. In that case, I'm in the go. Green light, my heart, chakra booming. Solar plexus, Lexus zooming. You assuming that I'm human. I'm just being what you doing. I've been teaching teachers frequently. It's apparent I'm a parent when it comes to raising frequencies. The way I'm living life, I haven't rest in peace recently. Immortal with my technique, but my ego dying easily. Death is teasing me by leaving me with DMT. Now it seems to me that everything I see is seeing me. Life is just an infinite circle with a twist. I used to wanna be like them, now they do not exist.
Immortal.
Peace, and grand dawning, everyone. Welcome to the Amplify Your Purpose While Living in the New Time. Just want to do a quick sound check before we get started. If someone could please put in the chat, let me know that you can hear me clearly. Give me a thumbs up or a yes. Just want to make sure that you can hear me as we're getting this wonderful session started. Welcome, everyone, to our session. It's going to be a great one today, so we definitely appreciate you taking the time out. Appreciate you, Can 38, for letting me know that you can hear me clearly. Yeah, so thank you for taking the time out to tune in. Now, we've got everyone streaming in from STREAMYARD, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. So welcome. Those of you that are on YouTube, go ahead and help us out. Give us a thumbs up, that helps with our videos. Let us know where you're checking in from as well. We love to know where everyone is tuning in from. So my name is Eshe Nair. I am Can 211, the Blue Electric Monkey, the Magician. I am going to be here just to get us started, just to open up the way for this wonderful session. It's going to be a lot of wonderful treats in store for you. I do like to start out by doing my affirmation just to activate my energy. And feel free to do yours too if you'd like to. And as the blue electric monkey, I activate in order to play. Bonding illusion, I seal the process of magic with the electric tone of service, and I am guided by the power of my eagle eye vision. Ashe, Ashe, and Asheo. If there is someone here that is new to the platform, you don't have your kin number, you don't know what your affirmation is, if you feel comfortable, you can go ahead and put your email in the chat and also your full birth date. That will help us. But I know sometimes individuals don't feel comfortable putting their, especially when they're new, putting their full birthday out there. But just put your email out there. We will reach out to you and make sure that you get your activation affirmation. Okay, so definitely feel free to take advantage of that. So before we get our Amplify Your Purpose session while living in the new time, we always like to start out with some vibrational alignment. This is a moment of prayer and a moment of meditation. So I will be playing the prayer of the 7 galactic directions, and we have a wonderful production brought to us by Ken 165, our dear sister Lisa. So I don't know if Lisa is here, but I always like to give her a shout out because this is really beautiful, and I'm sure you all will agree after you listen to and see the prayer of the 7 galactic directions. Ashe.
From the East, House of Light, may wisdom dawn in us, so we may see all things in clarity. From the North, House of Night, may wisdom ripen in us, so we may know all from within. From the West, House of Transformation, may wisdom be transformed into right action, so we may do what must be done. From the South, House of the Eternal Sun, may right action reap the harvest, so we may enjoy the fruits of planetary being. From above, House of Heaven, where star people and ancestors gather, may their blessings come to us now. From below, House of Earth, may the heartbeat of her crystal core bless us with harmonies to end all war. From the center, galactic source, which is everywhere at once, may everything be known as the light of mutual love. Ayum Hunab Ku Eva Maya E Ma Ho. Ayum Hunab Ku Eva Maya E Ma Ho. Ayum Hunab Ku Eva Maya E Ma Ho. All hail the harmony of mind and nature.
Ashe, Ashe, and Ashe. Oh, love the prayer of the 7 galactic directions. So we will continue to give thanks to the source of all creation, our Mother Earth, who is supporting us, sustaining us, giving us everything that we need. And you all, I know you all are doing it, but make sure you are waking up every plasma, giving honor to our Mother Earth, also giving honor to our ancestors that paved the way, that are still communicating with us. They are still here with us, and we are grateful for their guidance and everything that they did to help us to get to this place. Giving thanks to our star elders that are supporting us up in the stars, the Foundation for the Law of Time. Also giving thanks to the Jewel University of Immortal Sciences, the Melanin Six, all of our wonderful master teachers and those individuals that are on the journey to become master teachers. Give thanks for you. And the mimic priesthood, as well as all of the indigenous all over the planet. And we say thank you by saying Ashe. All right, so this is a wonderful session today. Neb Teharka is going to be bringing a message about enduring evolution in the new time. And this is Ken 13, the red My slides are acting up now all of a sudden. Okay, 1 second. So it's the red cosmic skywalker. I wanted to make sure I did not fudge that up. We have to give honor to our kin. And shout out to any kin 13s that are out there. Lucky number 13. So Neb is going to be talking about enduring. And he's the man that's going to be sharing this message. He knows all about enduring, and he's definitely going to be sharing the type of heart and the mind that you have to have during this evolution process. It's not easy. It's lots of tests, lots of trials, lots of curveballs that are going to be coming. So I am looking forward to hearing this message so he can help us to learn how to endure during our evolution in the new time. There's a lot of good stuff going on too. It's not always hard times, but we got to be ready for the hard times when they come, because as he says, they are going to come. He also has given us a quote. One of the best gifts that can be given to you is to be able to exercise the full authority over your whole mind with all of its faculties and dimensions. Thank you, Neb. And also, if you're new here, we are called the Synchronistic Humans. So we just want to share a definition with you about what a synchronistic human is. And feel free to screenshot this and keep it for yourself. Print it out, put it up on your wall, make it your screenshot, read it every day so it can permeate your being, so you can always be in a state of remembrance of who you are. So a synchronistic human is someone who is able to be multidimensional while unifying energy from the synchronicities of natural time cycles towards the holonomic evolution of humanity, Mother Earth, and the galactic whole. Ashe. And welcome, 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 everyone. One more time that's tuning in. I see we got people up here from YouTube. Definitely got our family from StreamYard. We have some Instagram fam tapping in, and it could be some Facebook. I can't really see Facebook, but I just want to give a huge shout out to the Ken family out there. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you are on YouTube, go ahead and give a thumbs up to the video. Show some love in the chat. If you're on Facebook, do the same thing. It's all about sharing love and showing love. So this is a special time where we will pause for the cause. We're going to just take a few minutes to go over some very important announcements and events. We are going to be bringing forth our beautiful, graceful, and elegant, well-spoken dear Tatiana Mangrum Rock. She is Kin 134. This beautiful sister, she comes up here and shares these announcements with us with so much enthusiasm, and she is sharing it with the power of her heart. So I'm going to go ahead and yield the mic and bring her on. You all feel free to take some notes for the upcoming announcements, some important things that are going to be taking place. Let me bring Tatiana up.
Peace, family.
Peace.
Shout out to Ashe, Kin to 11, the magician on a mission. Thank you so much for that introduction. It was lovely. She's truly the maestro behind the scenes, so give thanks. All right. I just also want to let you know, sis, your voice just gives me a wave of energy. So I'm really excited and I'm charged up. So if you're charged up, then share up in the chat because it's up and let's flow. Okay. So I want to express my gratitude to be reunited with you all on this plasma. Give thanks for making it the conclusion of Red Dragon Wave Spell and welcoming a new moon, the planetary moon of manifestation. We're ushering in a new creation to set the tone for our personal missions ahead with wisdom to endure the challenges and remain present through overcoming difficulties rather than being overcome by our difficulties. And, just I'm curious, who has been seeing synchronicities of manifestations? And I hope I'm not the only one. But I do know that my algorithm has targeted me in my self-help books because I'm trying to manifest my way through some challenges right now. So if you're ready to dig in so that we can all come together and manifest in this moon, then you're in the right place at the right time. Anyways, welcome back, lovely people. I got a whole audience again, so I'm really excited and I'm grateful to be learning and growing with you all and be connected. So I know y'all are anticipating this message and we're going to just slide right into the announcements. So let's get it started. All right. So, like I said, I'm Tatiana, the Kin 134, and I embody the white self existing wizard. And my signature reads, I define in order to enchant. Measuring receptivity, I seal the output of timelessness with the self existing tone of form, and I am guided by the power of the heart. Okay. So, for those of you who are wondering what that means, take your time. We're learning a new language and decoding hidden messages and remembering the forgotten altogether. So, don't want to leave you out on that. You will find out your kin very soon. So, if you don't know, I'm still finding out more things about mine, and I actually learned some more things last moon because I was like tinkering on ChatGPT, and I was like, this is one way that we can get some things percolating. What does it mean, and how do I find out? And then I found out that there's like different forms that I did not consider, and I'm like, that's right. I like that. Physical, spiritual, cosmic, and I was really surprised how deep things can go. And it's no coincidence. It's called your galactic signature. So you can learn yours soon. And shout out to my wizards in the chat. Okay, we have a magical experience ahead. And I know some of you new folks are thinking like, wizards, dragons, like, does my invite come with a Hogwarts visit too? I mean, like, what's going on? And no, it's just jokes. But, if you found that the signature sounded poetic and you're willing to learn your own, then just type your kin in the chat. Like Kin to 11 mentioned, we can assist you in finding out your kin number with your birthday, or you can always email us or visit the website to find your own. Okay. Since I got you new folks curious, I just want to also invite the rest of our star kin to introduce yourself in the chat. Okay, don't be shy, even if this is your second time. One thing for sure is this group is not shy to greet you, and you will leave feeling connected, empowered, and encouraged. Period. Okay, so let's jump into the levels, because leveling up is necessary in this process of conscious evolution. Okay. Okay. 3, 2, 1. All right. I just had to check if y'all awake. Okay. Because we're just beginning. Level 1, the Infinite Aligned Memory Membership, also known as the I Am membership. This membership is a passport into uncharted territory. And for me personally, I found it as a new pathway for activating higher consciousness and connecting with the community of beings supporting me along the way. And there's no investment like the ones we make for ourselves. Am I wrong? No, I don't think I'm wrong. So if you find health is your wealth, then knowledge is your currency. And I would highly recommend you consider our annual membership, which is the gift that just keeps on giving. And you literally save $99 annually, which is about 3 moons. But there's more. Annual memberships also include monthly exclusives, 1 free class per year, and 50% off of courses. Is truly a generous offer. Additionally, there is moonly or monthly offerings as well for $33 a moon, or 4 heptads or weeks with 25% off of classes. So if you've been a fan of our content, just wait until you become a member, because there's more that you can leverage once you gain access to our personal portal 24/7, 365. Okay, so that means like all the time you can tap in at your convenience. And through the portals, you can replay special sessions just like this one. You can hear my voice again. You can hear Kin to 11. And of course, Neb Teharka, where you came for. And you'll also be able to replay new kin orientation, sync talks, and exclusive meetups online, and also get invited to some in real life activities and events. Okay. So we're going to continue on to level 2. And in this level, I'd like to personally invite you out there to new kin orientation and access to the replays This right here, this is an exciting environment led by dynamic hosts Moon Goddess Ambrosia Ken 181 and Neb Teharka. It's streaming live cross platforms, and every 4 weeks it's designed to introduce you to your galactic signature and assist in discovering your purpose. So let's make a date on Thursdays at 8 where we're live. And New Kin orientation was my personal introduction to the school before I began taking classes. And I just love the energy that Moon Goddess Ambrosia provided in the session. So much enthusiasm in her voice, and that plus the roll call really kind of reeled me in, because I was like, who's all up in there? You know, who's a part of this team? What's going on? And when I saw all the cities that filled up in the chat, I really was like, oh, wow, this is amazing. It reminded me just how small the world really is. And I really appreciate feeling like closer and closer, especially in these times, you know? So I just wanted to invite you there. And also, I just wanted to give a reminder. So if you've been with us for a few moons or many moons, feel free to hop back in. I had the chance to join this past Thursday, and some dots connected around the calendar that I didn't recognize previously. And I've been with the school since September. So although I'm kind of new, I still was like, you know, it's been a minute since I've had a moment to sit into New Kin orientation. And I was really surprised and excited to have that reflection there. So it's always great to see the continued expansion of the school, and seeing how the message resonates across borders and timelines. All right. And in level 3, we have our spring registration. And this registration is still open. Okay. Classes are beginning soon. And we have 3 subjects: the natural 4D time, Hollow Mind Perceiver 5D, Synchronomics. And this term has ranges for selection between 3 to 6 weeks. For this semester, we also have a new course. It's Biz Dev, integrating with cosmic consciousness. Okay. So if you're interested in spiritually leading your business and seeing how that can impact your operations, your sales, and your revenue, that may be a class that you're interested in making a registration for. Okay. Also consider becoming an IM annual member. This is where you get to save and access all of those discounts. Okay. So we have a 50% discount on the 4D, 5D courses and 25% off of the special ESP course, as well as Moonly members get 25% off of the 5D, 4D courses, and 10% off of the ESP course. I just want to shout out Neb Teharka and all of our hardworking assistant instructors. Their contributions have created an environment that most colleges and universities don't offer. And there's already been 21 foundational semesters, and it's always getting better with time. So we will see you there, okay? I joined in September of 2024, and that was the fall semester. I'm still digesting all of the powerful insights I gained from my courses. And this is not anything like the science and history you took in school. And I took a lot of classes. I was in school for some time. But, you know, so some of you will just be like me, new to all of this and eagerly hopping in, ready to learn and curious. And I mean, I had so many questions, and I really felt a part of something special when they didn't shy away from supporting me and doing so with grace and humility. And that was just like the thing that really encouraged me to be involved, just like how I am now. And you deserve to feel that way too. So your willingness to learn is met with a greater and equal opposite force to support your comprehension. And if you're ready to take that step, then please see the link, and classes will begin on the 11th. So do not wait. Okay, don't wait. Level 4. And on level 4, we just leveling up here, okay? If you've been desiring a mindset shift in your experience and you value tailored support to your needs, then the one-on-one synchronicity coaching can be a tool just for you. And in the last 5 years, Neb Teharka has accumulated over 1,200 coaching hours. Yes, 1200. Okay, so he's not new to this, but he is very true to this. So these sessions can be designed to support your personal, spiritual, and professional life. And numerous testimonies have expressed the benefits from these personalized sessions, including transformative experiences that followed. So please see our website for more information and fill out the form so you can align around the best arrangement for your personal needs. And if there's any links, the team can also share that with you, okay? Sync Talk. All right. I'm sure many of you have already joined in and most of you have participated. Some of you have found today's session through events just like Sync Talk. And it's a great opportunity that's public that we get to learn more about the Synchronistic Human School of Enlightenment, as well as to all the jargon we use, like the dragons and wizards and the 13 moon calendar, plasmas, 7 chakras, and the Zocan calendar that we continuously kind of reference here and there, just a little bit, as well as the hollow mind perceiver. And so the next session will be on April 9th at 8 p.m. The hollow mind perceiver and telepathic remembrance is the topic, and you don't want to miss out on it. So set your notifications and join Neb Teharka live, okay? All right. I hope you're feeling aligned and encouraged. And the 4 levels, and I just want to get you, we're already 4 levels in, and I want to get you, I'm already getting you to see the future, literally, we're going to be back here in the next plasma on Gamma, Amplify Your Purpose. That's where you're going to be next week. So hop back in at the same place at the same time on Kin 20. The topic is living an enlightened, inspired life. Living an enlightened, inspired life. So if you haven't already, I encourage you to see the vision for it now. You're truly here to inspire. You have purpose, and your light is literally so bright. I need some glasses. So if you've been enjoying the vibes and this information, set your notifications, sign up for newsletter, and hop back in at the same place at the same time next Gamma, okay? Briefly, I just want to do a quick shout out before we go into this next slide. I want to give big love and gratitude to the organizers and participants from the Kin 260 meditation. I know it was amazing. I know you probably felt the same way. And if you didn't get to see it live, then I believe we have a recording. It's already been 13 days in. And I never had a holiday that I got to celebrate that we honored a closing of a chapter or a cycle. I mean, I'm used to New Year's and, looking for the next day, new beginnings, but honoring an ending left an impact on me. And I just want to shout out the team because y'all did y'all big one on that one. And that's just one example of our very special events that we have in this community that, where depth, duality, and multi-dimensionality is embraced. So if you thought that was good, just wait for our Day at a Time event. And this year will be my first time participating. So right now we're in the planning stages, and we're looking forward to more volunteers. And Kin 178, the white solar mirror priestess Nut Mayat Nefer Habibullah, is our amazing planner. Okay, so mark your calendars because not too far from now, April 12th is the next planning session, and we want to see you. So your ideas help us make this a record-breaking event, and it helps a lot more people really get to know what we're all about. And I want you to go ahead and screenshot this, text it to the homies, and email Kin178 at yogini9@synchronistichuman.com, YOGINI9@synchronistichuman.com for details, questions, and feedback. So we'll see you on the 12th, all right? All right, so now this is the time. I don't have my phone around. I was just tricking you. I was just playing. This is the time I ask you to pull your phones out. If you have IG, TikTok, Facebook, of course, I'm on my computer, clearly. But if you're on your phone, please follow us, like and share content from Neb Teharka, and Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube. All the above is free, and the comments and shares help the algorithm reach more people just like you. So I want to give thanks in advance for all of you who have taken those steps already. I was just trying to test you. Some of you are new. So, I'm glad you found us online, and this is a new way that you can ensure that the content is consistent on your timeline, or at least the best it can be, because we know how Instagram is, a little out of chronological order. So for those of you who found this refreshing, you want to relate it to more people, you can repost us and share and slide in those DMs. This is a great message to start a day. Meet someone new here today and follow them as well. Spread the cheer, drop your socials. All right. It would be great to see you very soon. Also, I just want to call out in our next live, we are going to share the love. Okay. I want to call out all of our new members and patrons. As a patron, you are supporting, maintaining, innovating, and growing and expanding this mission. And you're welcome to contribute to excellence, all of you. So all donations can be made out to the Blue Storm 239 on Cash App, $, Storm 239, that is. Don't forget the $. All right, don't forget that. Or you can use our PayPal link. So please hit those links, and you'll be able to make your donations today. It takes a village, and no donation is too small to make a difference. So much gratitude in advance, and may it multiply. Okay, that's all we like. My name is Tatiana Ken 134, and it was a pleasure sharing the mic with dope folks already. So thank you for your time, your eyes, your ears, and most importantly, your hearts. I'm passing the mic back to Ken 211. Y'all get ready for the blue overtone storm. It's coming. Okay, peace, family.
All right. Peace, Ken 134. Thank you so much for taking your time out, your efforts, your energy is all greatly appreciated. And I just love your expression, because it helps us to get revved up and excited about all that is to come. So you are greatly appreciated. And I can't wait to see and hear all that's going to be coming from you in the near present future. So you all, it is that time. It's that time we're going to be getting ready to bring up our master teacher, Neb Teharka Kanish Kawak. I hope you all have enjoyed the session so far. It's just getting started. I just want to do a quick bio on Neb Teharka. So many things that can be said about him, but he's done so many wonderful things, as you can see by looking at his bio. He is the founder of the Synchronistic Human School of Enlightenment. He is also the chancellor of this amazing school. This is like a mystic school. So I give thanks for this esoteric knowledge that he's sharing with us. All right. Okay. Want to also, he is the co-founder of Mimic Melanated Immortals, making evolutionary changes. He has also initiated the Synchronic Order Assessment Reading SOAR report. And as Tatiana stated, he has done over 1,200 hours of coaching. That's absolutely amazing. He has done 20 plus consecutive semesters of teaching. He has also taught the law of time and the hollow mind perceiver. He is helping us to expand our minds and to open our hearts, open up these psychic channels so that we can become telepathic beings. Again, like Tatiana was stating, feel free to make your donations. It is really important to keep the school up and running because it is supporting us so much. I just want to thank each and every person that has made donations to the school. And of course, if you want to remain anonymous when you give your donations, we won't share your information. But, I just want to say shout out and thank you to everyone that has dropped some seeds of love. And you know who you are. You know who you are. So we are grateful for you. And I know Neb Teharka is as well. So we just want to go ahead and open up our minds, open up our third eye, and get ready to process and receive this information that Neb Teharka is going to bring forth. So you all go ahead, show some love in the chat with the eye shape, put your storm clouds, put your fist up, whatever you need to do, but just show some love to our teacher, Neb Teharka Kanish Kawak. Y'all enjoy the rest of the session. Peace, love, and power in Lakesh.
It's just different.
world changer, coded by the blue storm. My number is 19, the power of all number. I am the master alchemist, the force behind the philosopher's stone. Skilled at the art of transmutation. I am the catalytic transformer of world consciousness and planetary living. I oversee the changes of the weather. I am the thunder that shatters your world systems. I am the transport of clouds filled with lightning to illuminate the truth behind your illusions. I am the bringer of the drenching rains that purifies, It was I who caused the triple Aztec monuments of the Avatar archetype to appear in the ancient temple grounds. I oversee the morning and the evening stars. I behold the creator of the fifth sun, the present world. Sent forth am I to dwell among you, calling forth the synth sun. For the great regeneration of the world's soul, to know me is to know your own power of self-generation. To know me is to know your own power of self-generation. Self-generation is power. I am the transport of clouds filled with lightning to illuminate the truth behind your illusions. I am the bringer of the drenching rains that purifies.
All right, greetings and in la Kesh. Welcome back to another very powerful session of Amplify Your Purpose. Before we get into the details, I definitely want to give it up for Ken number 134 for sharing the announcements. It's so important, to be at the cutting edge, and the fact that, Tatiana takes her time out to make sure everybody's properly informed of what's real time happening in the Synchronistic Human School of Enlightenment. I truly appreciate that. And she is dynamic, and there's so much upside potential with this system. Man, I just can't wait to watch the show as we all evolve together. Also, I want to give thanks to kid number 211. She's the orchestrator behind the scenes and sometimes in the forefront as well, just facilitating, a maestro. And I'm telling you, a lot of this stuff that takes place, it really has taken the edge off of me and what I have to do on such a great level. The technical aspect, the setting up the sessions, the videos, the ability to create the flyers on the drop of a dime. So 211, thank you for facilitating, being a host with the most, and helping us expand the Synchronistic Human School of Enlightenment. And keeping that degree of polish on there. Y'all might want to come in and listen to a few songs he puts on here. She's always looking to put some things on here to make things better for us, to be more engaging. Ashe. So give thanks to 11 for your assistance. All right. I am really excited about this session. I have a lot of experience. The title of this session is Enduring Evolution. And isn't that interesting? It's almost like something has to endure us evolving. But what do we have to do to endure evolution? And you don't know till you truly evolve in some areas. And there has to be some ways that you utilize your ability to see, okay, so how do I really know that I'm evolving? And how you know that, we're going to talk about today, because doesn't evolution just sound like it's the end thing to do? It just sounds like it's, oh man, hey, it sounds good. These guys over at Synchronistic Human, they evolving. Yeah, I think that could get us out of some of our struggles. Doesn't it sound like, doesn't have that kind of ringtone like it'll do that? I think man, if I evolve, it's gonna help me be God over my circumstances. Sounds good, don't it? Hey, I got another one. Hey, I'm gonna evolve, and I'm gonna make more money. I'm gonna prosper, right? I'm going to evolve and we're going to shift the consciousness of the planet. I'm going to evolve. I'm going to evolve. I'm going to evolve. I'm going to evolve. And so there's nothing wrong with that because there is a process. And in that process is what you have to endure. Because evolving means that you got to be tested. Evolving means that you're going to be presented with some things that you may not have been able to get past before, but now has become minuscule now. And you say, well, I don't know. I want you to get used to this now. I want you to say, it's real funny. I've been golfing and the guy I've been golfing with, he said, you're going to say this. You're going to say this. And he's so excited about golfing. I said, okay, I'll try it. I'll see what's going on. And he said, here's what you're going to say. You're going to find yourself saying this a lot. He said, you're going to find yourself saying, I just figured something out. And he was right, because I was doing my swing and I said, I think I just figured something out. We would crack up, right? But with evolving, right, it's the same thing. You're gonna say, wait a minute, I think I'm on to something. You see, I think that I've gotten past something that's kind of bogged me down for some time. Okay. And so the whole key, I'm about to show you 34, how you know, not think that you evolve, and how you know. Because if you ain't scarred up, half your face gone, you probably ain't evolved. That's comfort. So we can listen to these concepts and we can understand evolutionary concepts, but can you live becoming that is the question. Let me give you an idea of some of the things that tend to take place, right? You tend to, with evolving, you tend to, like I'm dealing with a health issue right now. And let me tell you something, it's having a hard time with me. Did you hear me? That's an evolved concept. I'm not saying, oh, me, oh, my. I said, if you're going to come, the only reason why you can come into my experience is to take me to a whole nother level. Somebody say, oh, Neb, are you going to be okay? Oh, I'm going to be better. I'm going to be the best I ever been, because sometimes you need something compelling enough to draw the best out of you so that you can stop procrastinating, stop toe dipping. Let me see if the temperature's that. Get that out of the way. Now it's time to step in here and say, I was made for this. I was made to overcome this. How many of you know that you were made to be an overcomer? You know that you were made to prosper, but you hadn't prospered yet. So you might have to get evicted. You might have to go into foreclosure. You might have to have, a past creditor wipe your account clean. See, I've had all of that happen in my life before you say, oh man, that ain't gonna happen no more. And then you got some people that just lay down and say, see, I told you the system is this and the system of that. I am the system that governs my life. Say it with me. I am the system that governs my life. And if you don't speak with power and authority, your circumstances say, shut up and go sit down somewhere. And you say, okay, I'm going to go sit down because you said so, because I ain't got enough money to pay all my bills this month. Well, step up your game. It's okay. I ain't got it. But let me tell you, it evolved perspective. Ken 34, I ain't got it, but I know how to get it. I got the power of the unlimited power of God in me that can get unlimited money. So what am I worried about? 1,000 or 2,000 or 10,000 or 20,000 or 100,000 for when I got unlimited power in me? But have I exercised my authority with that power yet? So you want to know how you evolving, you may find yourself going through a struggle that surfaces for you to say, if I am that I am, that I shall overcome this challenge. It's just another challenge to overcome. Say it with me. It's just another challenge to overcome. And what happens when you overcome, not judge, not talk about, but what happens when you overcome challenges? Do you get better or worse? You get better or you're getting bitter. And I'm telling you, if I were you, it would behoove you to pick, I'm getting better. So we got to go through this process, because on the surface, like, oh, I evolve and I become more intelligent and all these things happen and I'm this and I'm that, me, I, me, I. You're here for something bigger than just me, I, and me. That's why the I in you is a reflection of the source of all creation. So the I is the gateway to you accessing everything that's ever existed. And you get to process that with your brain on this physical plane, and you get to materialize what your heart desires right here and right now. So if you complaining, hey, I can't seem to do this, or I can't seem to get the relation, you ain't evolved yet. You're in the process. You might be getting drugged right now. So that's why I want to talk about this, because it's not always fun, the process of evolving. It's going to force you to deal with stuff you've been sweeping under the rug. And it don't matter who you are, how big you are, how much money you made. There's always another level. It's going to take you, and we don't even know how you got the money. You see? So this is bigger than all of that. So you got to ask yourself, am I and my experiences making me better, or are they making me bitter? And what follows bitterness is cynicism. And after cynicism, you start to lose hope in universal law. You start to use hope. You lose hope in hope. You lose hope. You lose hope in faith. You lose hope in knowing and peace and love. So when we actualizing in a new time, we actually got to evolve. Not get on here and say, you know, that sounded real good what you talked about. I'm going to repeat that. And so you know what's going to happen when I repeat that? Everybody going to think I'm evolved because I didn't used to talk like that no more. That's not it. What's going to happen is going to be some circumstances and some challenges that's going to come your way. And it almost forces your hand so that you can bring out that spiritual power in you that you couldn't in the confines of comfort. Comfort is the killer of progress. Ease is the killer of advancement. And so you got to be able to say, give me a challenge to overcome. And what I want you to do is overcome it. And watch the character that you build. Watch the exemplar that you become. So what are you the exemplar of? When they have whatever you stand for in the dictionary or a picture of it on these digital forms, they should have your picture next to it, because you are an example of that. And you demonstrate it every day or every second or every minute that you can. Now let's get into actualizing in the new time. And so you in for a treat. So I want you to hang out, get you what Reverend Ike, you say, strap down your wigs, get your toupees and everything, get your outfit right, because we're gonna go in to these trenches today. And when you come out, not only will you have the knowledge of how to evolve, now you're gonna have to endure something. But the endurance, what comes with endurance? Strength. So you want to build your strength. How can you be strong if you hadn't endured anything? I was in my last couple of days up here in Minnesota, and I'll be leaving Tuesday. And I got up and I said, yeah, man, I'm about to get up at 6 a.m. And it was 29 degrees, feeling like 19. I said, this is another challenge I'm about to overcome. And I had the best jog walk thing since I've been up here. Imagine if I said, oh, it's too cold. I'll wait till I get to Atlanta Tuesday and then in Miami on Thursday. We're doing it right now. I'm not waiting for circumstances to make me feel comfortable in doing it. I'm doing it now. Haven't you realized that? The only time is now. What time you want to meet? Well, the only time it is right now. So however long after now we can do it, that's when we're doing it. Now is the benchmark. Now, you know what? I think I'm going to implement that plan to make more money next year. What? Let's do it now. What's wrong with now? I mean, don't you need it? Right? I need it. Right? I need it now. Or I'm on heal. Let me research. No, I'm gonna make a decision to heal right now. And then when I make that decision, the resources, the people, places, the thing gonna line up and say, I support you in your healing. Relationships. I'm looking for the perfect relationship. Well, who are you in your perfectness? Are you who you want to attract? Well, they're gonna have to get it right. Well, what do you got? Let me do a introspection on you. Let me look at your habits. Let me see how clean you are. Let me see how consistent you are. Let me see, can you do it when you're tired and don't feel like it? Let me see how you treat your kids. Let me see how you treat your mama, treat your daddy. Let me see what your relationship look like with the people that's been close to you your whole life. Oh, that ain't fair, Neb, because they did me wrong. Your evolution will fix it if you humble yourself. And I've seen people do it time and time again. It ain't them, it's me. Say it with me. It ain't them, it's me. I got an issue with my dad. I got an issue with my mom. It ain't them, it's me. I got 23 chromosomes from my mother. I got 23 chromosomes from my father. They are in me, not me in them, so I can influence them with my mind and my heart because their DNA, their chromosomes are in me. I carry them with me everywhere I go. So to be against them is to be against yourself. So now we're going to talk about enduring evolution. So we got a cycle. Look at this. The Power of Manifestation series. Don't it sound good? You don't want to miss it. Next Sunday is Ken 20. We're living an enlightened, inspired life. The one after that, the accomplished wisdom of healing. The next one after that, 34. We got a Ken 34 on here. The integrity of supreme receptivity. And these will help you. See, let me tell you something. Y'all don't know how bad y'all need this. You just some of y'all on the surface of it. And you say, man, I'm trying to size it up and see, do I want to evolve? And you're sizing up, see, are they going to be around? You're sizing up and say, is this going to conflict with the other stuff I got going on? You see? But let me tell you, because of the society that we live in, it's so sophisticated, isn't it? You see it? You see how many changes are being made? You see how fast you think AI is waiting? See, AI don't wait and see. It evolves, and it keeps evolving. And whatever version of AI that you think you see right now, it's already evolved. So what are we doing? Waiting and seeing? Or are we going to practice evolving as well? Ashe? So this is why I'm speaking to you this way, because don't get down if you got some challenges. That's just another challenge I got to overcome. And when I do, I'm going to be a better version of myself. In fact, maybe the best version that I've ever seen of myself. Give me another and give me another. I'm equipped. I'm prepared. I am well-oiled machine to handle whatever comes next because I got the unlimited power in me to do so. And if you don't take that stance, it's hard not to be a victim of circumstance. And when we become a victim of circumstance, let me tell you what happens. We develop a circumstantial persona, and the circumstances they take the place of God instead of I am. And the circumstances make you feel some kind of way. That's when you hear people say, hey, so-and-so, I felt some kind of way after so-and-so said X, Y, Z. Really? You can't just say something to make Neb feel some kind of way. Because I know there's some action that got to follow what's being said. I say, so get this knowledge, okay? Start to master now. Now we follow 3 cycles, but the key is we follow 2 main calendars, the 13 moon calendar and the Tzolk'in calendar. One works the right side of the brain, the Tzolk'in, the other disrupts the programming of the left brain, and that's the 13 moon calendar. So you want to master this process. You don't want to just be on the surface, because how are you going to overwrite the programs that the matrix is putting on you so that you can make money, so you can exist in this society? That program has already been written for you to feel a certain way, get diseases a certain way, break up your relationships a certain way. So you're learning something different that's sophisticated, that's incorruptible, that'll help you overwrite the program. If you don't go deep enough, the program will overwrite you. In other words, it will influence you to backslide into being less than who you really are. All right. So just know that's what's happening. And then as we use these 2 calendars to help the left and the right brain, the whole mind opens up. So we know the brain and the mind are different, right? The brain is the instrument that processes consciousness, and the whole mind. Now, see, when you get to the point where you know that you descended on the planet as a god, and you descended into a body on the planet, and the body is part of the process of you being able to manifest on this physical plane, then we kind of take a different type of authority and approach to what it is that we do. And it don't matter what everybody else is doing. It don't matter what everybody say. It don't matter if somebody's bigger than you or they got more influence. What matters is you got the whole galaxy and the cosmos that's supporting you. And if you really know that, you ain't shaking in your boots about any challenges that come your way. That's an evolutionary act, Ken 34. That's how you know. You see, that's how you start to know, like, oh, okay, yeah, I didn't evolve past this, because this used to shake me up a little bit. All right. So step 1, look at the 13 moon calendar. All right. So if you're new, you take a snapshot of this. We're in the 10th moon, the planetary moon of manifestation. And you see that box that has a 3 in it? That means we're in the 3rd plasma. We call it a plasma because consciousness travels through plasma. It doesn't travel through a daze. That's why we don't talk about what day is it or what days are we going, because we ain't in a days, and we're not in the days of the week, right? We in the plasma where consciousness travels for us to evolve. That's the perspective that we're talking from. And I've seen myself and those that I've seen follow this process, they've been able to evolve beyond the program, right? Yeah, they got that show Beyond the Lines. You know, they talk about sports, beyond the game. I'm talking about beyond the program, beyond routine, beyond habit. You see, because it'll force your hand when you don't want it to. All right, the next calendar I look at is this one, and you can see we're on number 13. So we're on the 13th archetype, we're on the 13th tone, And so that means something in terms of what this kin or expression of God is going to imprint and impress in our mind to help us evolve. Okay. Now, this calendar right here is the calendar that helps us evolve spiritually by accessing our memory. Memory helps you access higher states of consciousness. Accessing higher states of consciousness produce higher levels of awareness. Once you're aware of something, that awareness is the key to change. It always miffs me when people are aware of a problem and they know the problem so well, but they don't change it. I said, I must be missing something. It sounds like you really understand this problem thoroughly. Yes, I do. Okay, so my next question is, why haven't you changed it? That's not for me. That's not a judgment. That's asking a question. Why haven't you changed it? Because awareness is the key to change. Once you become aware of something, you can no longer use it as an excuse of why it stops you. Because now it's about asking the power of the God in you. What do I need to do to change this? And if you ask the question, the intuition will speak to you and show you what to change. Now you got to be able to follow the instructions from your intuition. And most of us don't, because we're comfortable in suffering. And so we got to get uncomfortable with situations that don't help us evolve. That's how we're going to change them. All right. All right. So today's kin is kin 13, the red cosmic. Cosmic is the tone. Skywalker. It states, I endure in order to explore. Okay. Transcending wakefulness. I seal the output of space. Okay. Space, the output of consciousness, vigilance, with the cosmic tone of presence. I am guided by the power of navigation. So you see the one on top, that's the guide. That's the earth archetype, the earth glyph. And the earth, what it does is it navigates. But how does it navigate? By evolving through synchronicities. So it navigates, but how does it navigate? You got to ask the question. Write this down. Ask the question behind the question and behind that question, and do that about 5 times. And that's an evolutionary questioning process, because you get beneath the surface to the root of the thing. So I'm guided by the power of navigation. Well, how do I navigate? Through evolving. That's what this archetype does. How do I evolve then? By following the synchronicities versus following the programs of comfort. Second time, I endure in order to explore. What are we exploring? Consciousness. Ways to evolve. Transcending, going beyond being awakened or wakefulness. We're going beyond that. Right? Just being woke is one thing, but the behavior of the new being is what we're seeking. I seal the output of space with the cosmic tone of presence. I am guided by the power of navigation. One more time, to lock it in. I endure. And sometimes to endure, you got to be durable. In order to explore, don't you got to be durable to explore some lands, some terrain, some situations? Transcending wakefulness. I seal the output of space with the cosmic tone of presence. I am guided by the power of navigation. So that's today's 13th expression out of 260. And it's trying to help us evolve through enduring challenges. It's trying to help us evolve by going beyond just being woke and developing the consciousness and being conscientious and developing the behavior that advances you versus just watch somebody else. You see, it's having us evolve by being present and not running from our challenges. Right? No, I'm gonna stay right here and fight. Right? Watch what you're gonna become. So now when we have this, we put the 2 calendars together, right? The 260. All right. We got to come to class to see what's the significance of the 260. That's really how long it took you to get here from a spiritual to a physical self, physical being that embodies the spirit. So we're on gamma, and we're in the first heptad. So we're just 3 plasmas into this moon. Look at the question that it asks. You want to know how to manifest? How many of y'all want to know how to manifest? Put that in the chat. Honestly, you know how to manifest, but can you do it with intention, or do you do it randomly? How many of you want to do it more intentional versus random? Okay, we got a couple people. Okay, so everybody must be manifesting so good. They ain't got no money issues, health issues, relationship issues, investment issues, nothing, right? So I want to say this moon, what I like about following the moons is it tells you, look at what it tells you. It says, how do I perfect what I do? It's an interesting relationship. You got people that can do 100 different things and they don't perfect nothing. But if you take one of those things out of them 100 and you decide to perfect it, the more you perfect it, the more you're going to manifest the results that you want. I'm going to say that again. The more you perfect your skill in social media, the more that you perfect your oratory skills, you get paid for speaking, right? The more that you perfect your coding skill, the more that you perfect your ability to use Chat GPT, the more that you perfect your ability to build in different adverse climates and situations, the more that you learn to perfect how to really master your culinary skills, the more you're going to expand and manifest your heart's desire. So now you want to be thinking, what can I perfect? Instead of going to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. Oh, let's try this. This sounds interesting. What sounds interesting is perfecting what I do so I can manifest what I need so I can take my foot off the gas. Looks interesting, may not make it on your priority list. And so what I like about gamma is the all-seeing eye, right? It's dual based. First, there's the image that produces the vision. The imager is you. We're doing some image consulting today, because if you don't see you as the producing the projection of the vision, you won't accomplish it. You'll produce the vision and you'll see other people accomplish it and say, how did they do that? And then turn around and be jealous and envious. And that is going to stop you from getting ahead. What do they got that I ain't got? The image. They already saw that they had what it takes right now without nothing else to accomplish the vision. Because why would the power of God and you give you a vision that you don't have any ability to attain? With the level of sophistication of our brain and our mind, why would we be equipped like this and not be able to do it? Am I making sense? Sometimes you have to produce some logic. So the psychology tells you, no, I have to have the image or I wouldn't be able to do X, Y, Z. And you have to convince yourself, because the program is always going to say, all you can do is be a lab assistant. All you can do is be a truck driver. All you can do is be a doctor in this hospital, but we're going to make all the rules. And even if you think, right, you got a better way to doctor, you better not color outside these lines, because we're going to slam dunk you. So just take these kickbacks. Okay? So it's already designed. So you already got to see yourself in the image of the maker of the vision coming to fruition. So this that simple word. Some people say, I don't know why they follow the 13 moon calendar. I do, just because I got 28 times to see 28 plasmas and say, how can I perfect what I do? And if I perfected a little bit more 28 times, I'm closer to manifesting than I was before I started, at the very least. Ashe? I'm telling you what I know. I don't got any magic dust. I don't got any hocus pocus. I don't got any auroras that's going to change your DNA. So this, how many of y'all have done all of this? Moon cycles, auroras, and everything, and you come into the realization of this thing, but how much of your situation has really changed? So that supports the image of how you see yourself before you carry out the necessary steps to bring the vision in fruition. Okay, so just know that. All right, so now we're synchronizing these cycles in our left and right brain. Let's open up the whole mind. So we have something called the supramental access of the whole mind, or the hollow mind perceiver. Let's look at what gamma says. Remember, gamma is saying this gamma is one of the 7 mental spheres. So anytime you see a sphere, we're talking about consciousness, right? So in the sarcophagus of Pakal Votan, he had a sphere in one hand and a cube in another. And the sphere represents consciousness. The cube represents all the possibilities in the universe. And uni is 1, so there's only one verse, right? So now when you put the 2 together, you got the evolution of consciousness. When we're talking about the sphere, the 7 mental spheres, we're talking about the 7 states of consciousness that the cosmos evolves through. And let me ask you a question. If the cosmos is evolving through something, what's the difference between the cosmos and us? If you know, like I know, it's no difference. Right? So this mental sphere contains fleeting, moment-to-moment awareness. They call fleeting ADD, attention deficit disorder. And then we got the ADHD, right? But this is just consciousness moving. So it contains fleeting moment-to-moment awareness and is responsive to immediate external stimuli. Okay? It is meant to stabilize ordinary consciousness into cosmic awareness. This is known as the free will sphere. So I like to say this is the sphere of consciousness where we free the will from the programs. Okay? And what's important to know is that when you are able to move from moment to moment awareness, so there's 1,440 minutes per 24-hour period. So now the key is responsive. So you get to choose how you respond to immediate or non-immediate external stimuli. But here's the catch. There is no external stimuli. It's all part of your sphere of consciousness. It's external and it's internal because we're living in our mind right now. It's in us, the whole experience on an energetic level. And so as we begin to realize that, now we can say, wait a minute, I own this. I created this to respond to. So therefore, it has no power over me. It's helping me realize something in my consciousness. Let's blow this up and look a little closer. All right. So we can see that over here with this box, right? This is the 3rd mental sphere, which is waking conscious mediumship. We just went over that. And look at time. The time coordinate is over here. Now, what's important about the hollow mind perceiver? We need a sophisticated level of intelligence to outwit the sophistication levels of artificial time and artificial intelligence. How do we do that? Through absolute intelligence. But if we follow artificial intelligence for everything that we do and become so dependent on it, we won't invest in the human technology that we already have, so we can remember the totality of the source of all creation in this particular body, which is your body, so that we can now, through states of enlightenment, not need the programs. Right? So if you look here, these little nodules, we go back, touch, taste, smell, and hear. So time is on the hearing sense. Those little dots are part of the five senses, and the fourth sense is hearing. So what this is showing us in our waking state, we want to move from what we hear to the state of auditory consciousness, where we can hear without experiencing sound. Y'all didn't hear me. Do you know how powerful it is to just state I can hear without sound? That's extrasensory perception. Because there's a sound going on right now, 2 states over from here, that I can't hear. But through auditory consciousness, I can tell you what's happening if I'm tapped in. You see? And so you don't want to just be able to hear somebody. That helps. Because if you can't hear somebody, you can't even communicate with them. But it's telling us to shift. Time is the evolution of consciousness evolving hearing into auditory consciousness so that we can hear without sound, without the sound. Okay, let's skip over here to this pink area. So we got a cluster of activations right in this area. So this area is known as the court of cosmic compassion. So when your auditory consciousness helps you hear different states of intelligence that nobody else can, don't be judgmental. Show compassion, because they haven't gotten there yet. So you see the star glyph is there, the night glyph. This is all part of the destiny cross. The cumulative harmonic frequency, the synchronic coordinate, and the master coordinating frequency kin equivalent. So there is actually 5 activations in this area. So the more activations in an area means that it's more intense in terms of the frequency of that experience, right? So this is in the area of the court of cosmic compassion. Is also in the 5th mental sphere of God consciousness. So it's all the star mind is trying to influence your thoughts. Abundance of the night is trying to open up, help you remove your blockages, and you can start doing it by listening to your intuition. The synchronic coordinate is right where the purification of the moon is. And the cumulative harmonic frequency is tapping us into the sacred geometry of sound so we can hear without sound. You see? The intelligence, right, of auditory consciousness can hear without you even having to experience the sound, because you can imagine and you can see the vision through hearing what is going on over there, and it'll give you a vision. I'm gonna give you an example of auditory consciousness. You know, there's something going on right now and I can't hear it. And so you ask yourself, so what is going on? And then what will yourself do? Let me tell you what it do. It'll put a vision in your mind. And then you can imagine what that sounds like without the sound initially. And you can say, something's telling me that this is happening. And if you trust your intuition, if you trust your subconscious mind, you'll be right on point. And we do this in the telepathic group all the time. People are shocked. How did I know that? We haven't tapped, we're remembering. Those gifts have atrophied and we're remembering, we're putting it back together. Right? So you need the hollow mind perceiver. And now, you know, is it challenging? Yeah. But it's challenging being broke. It's challenging for people telling you what to do. It's challenging for people to change policy. We're like, oh my God, how is this going to happen? Oh, we're going to evolve past it, really evolve. We're going to become more intelligent. We're going to become telepathic. Let's see what that does. So you need a degree of sophistication. Now is the time. I mean, now was the time 9 years ago when I started, but now is the time, because you got to override these programs that are coming at you at light speed now. Right? All right. So let's talk about enduring evolution in the new time. There's a few things I want to talk about. Enduring evolution in the new time. I like that photo. All right, let's talk about it. The artificial intelligence response. So I Googled this and copied this, and I'm gonna compare that to what I'm gonna share with you. So there's some good stuff in here. Enduring the evolution can be interpreted as a statement about resilience and adaptation for life. Okay. Or a reflection on ongoing process of change and transformation. And that's the one I'm talking about. Because do you want to adapt to the life right now that imprisons you? Or do you want to undergo the process of change and transformation in the natural world, including human society and culture? We want to move beyond, right, world culture into galactic culture. Why? Because we're going to be more telepathic and extrasensory, and we're going to practice self-governance. So if we practice wholeheartedly self-governance, why do we need somebody or something governing our mental? Next one. Evolution is a natural process. Evolution in a scientific context refers to the gradual change in the inheritable or heritable characteristics of biological population over successive generations. Or, watch this, gene rations. So we'll be thinking, oh, we got to wait for the next 10 generations to experience it. No, the gene rations are in your 64 DNA codons converting to 128. It's driven by mechanisms like natural selection, where individuals with traits better suited to their environment tend to survive and reproduce successfully. So we're developing traits, right, that's better suited for our environment with galactic culture. And we're reproducing successfully. Enduring, let's talk about enduring. The word enduring suggests a capacity to withstand change. Let me tell you what humans hate more than anything is change. Right? They don't like change. Right? Because why? Change makes you have to get uncomfortable most of the time. And so we've been trained. The program has shown us that if we got to change something, it's going to be uncomfortable, and it's not what we want to do to get off track. It's going to get us off track. Adapt to new conditions and persist over time. Let's go to the next one. Let's look at biological. Enduring the evolution could mean that certain species or organisms have adapted and survived through evolutionary pressures. Don't we got some pressures? Demonstrating their ability to endure and thrive in a changing world. Is the world changing? Are we still in the industrial age? What's happening? We went from the industrial age to the information age, and now we're in the telepathic age, and some of us are still in the industrial age concepts in the telepathic age. Human society and culture. It could also refer to the ability of human species or culture to adapt to its changing circumstances. So you either can adapt to the changing circumstances, or you can what? Change the circumstances. Technology advancements, we're experiencing a lot of that. And social shifts, we're experiencing that, while still maintaining their core values and traditions. Our core kin and expressions of the Creator. We're maintaining that. Let's look at personal growth. If you're not vested in personal growth and development, it's hard to get advanced in this society. A lot of people complaining but not willing to grow. I'm not talking about it. I'm talking about what does it take to grow. That's why they call them growing pains. And sometimes there's no pain, no gain. Sometimes it's like that. Sometimes it's easy, but it ain't always going to be easy. It ain't always be painful. On a personal level, it could mean that the ability to overcome challenges. Some of us, how many of you avoid challenges? I know people that say, man, if it's a challenge, hey, I got to go over here. But you're not going to build the strength, so when you really want to do something, you can overcome challenges. Learn from experiences and grow through the process of change and adaptation. Okay? So let's look at the prophet. Let's start looking at the cosmology and see what it's talking about evolving. Right? The prophet. Here's what the prophet says. This is the prophet is the Skywalker, the 13th archetype. So each archetype is one of the 20 dynamic frequencies of light that is come in a form, right? The light and the energy is the fifth dimensional self. It comes in a form and in a pattern. to influence us, right? To activate the spirit of change. Look at what it says. I am the prophet coded by the Red Skywalker. 13 is my number. The wave spell, cycle of evolution, of creation, right? Many times in many worlds have I known, for I am the agent of universal time. Exploring space with all abiding wakefulness, I am the colonizer of lost worlds, the galactic navigator of time. Time being the evolution of consciousness. The all-seeing eye of the fifth force anoints my brow. In my right hand, I hold the book of the law of time, a gift from the star family. In my left hand, I hold the galactic compass, the Syrian wheel, the compendium of the prophetic way. Prophecy is natural law, a function of the time. My shirt bears the two sacred numbers, 13 and 20. Crossing the barriers of time and space, I am crowned by the sign of infinite cycles of time. To know me is to know the prophecy of time, evolution of consciousness, within the promise of the coming dawn. It's a new day. It's a new plasma. And the evolution of consciousness comes in every new plasma, every new day. All right. So this is the archetype. So let's talk more about the Skywalker gift, right? And the prophet in Skywalker 1. Look at the quality. It says fluid reference point, time and space traveler. I didn't know you could time travel. I didn't believe in any of this stuff 9 years ago until it just started happening. Right? Skywalker, angelic messenger, pillars of heaven, look like the pillars in the glyph are coming down to earth, right? Courage, new direction, mysterious journey, and compassion. Let's look at the tone, the cosmic tone. It's the cosmic Skywalker. Expect a miracle. Expect a miracle. Expect a miracle. Say it with me. Expect a miracle. Now I want you to say, I expect a miracle. Is that so outlandish for us to do? Why not? It's available. What if you start expecting it and it happens? You'll be expecting them more. Wild card, unseen forces, right? Unexpected change, flexibility, open system, touch of destiny, interdimensional shift, the galactic wave rider. So the cosmic tone is showing you how to endure and transcend yourself through all these different nuances. But you got to be present. You know, most people are distracted. You can't evolve that way. The people that interrupt you, they ain't trying to evolve. Then they say, go ahead. Because what they interrupted you with was more important than what you were saying. If you tell them it's evolving, they talking about something else. And it's okay. But the power of God, and you tell them they ain't ready to evolve yet. So don't start all over and say, hey, so what I was talking about when I was telling you about evolving and why I'm so excited about it. See, I'm excited about evolving like my brother who is teaching me golf is excited about golf. Right? All right, so you got to understand that the cosmic tone is requiring you to endure, to transcend yourself. And when you get that, you're going to go beyond where you were. It's the law. All right. All right. So let's look at the absolute intelligence, some of the things that you might experience while you're evolving. This is why I want you to pay attention. Right? Loneliness. You see, when you focus on a project and you're focused on, something that you enjoy doing, it don't matter if you're by yourself, you won't feel lonely. But if all that get taken away from you, you may experience what it feels like to be alone. You may experience some loneliness. And you may not know how that's going to make you feel or react. because you probably never felt it unless you actually felt it. More aware of past flaws. So when you're evolving, this is why I'm talking about enduring, evolving in a new time. Now that you have more awareness, see, a lot of things we hide and we only show what we're representing. So we hide these other things so people don't see our flaws, not even us. But when we start evolving, they come to the surface and it's like, what is this? I forgot I put. Yeah, you ever stick some money and hide some money somewhere? And then you find it like, oh, I remember I put this in my sock, or I put this in this old purse, or I did this, that, and the other. Well, we be hiding past flaws like we hide money. And it just show up like, oh, where did this come from? And then we'll doubt ourselves and say, we must not be evolving, because if we were evolving, this wouldn't even showed up. No, it showed up because you're about to evolve when you address it. So you want to address it, right? Questioning your current value. Am I really doing this right? Can I really be extrasensory? Am I really advancing? I mean, I'm not further than I was last year yet, right? Questioning, right? And so now you got to give the proper response. Of course I am. And you give a list of things that you have done that don't involve money. It don't always involve money to advance yourself. You say, okay, yeah. I'm evolving. All right. Harmonizing as a misfit. So you don't fit in. When I say misfit, I'm not dogging you. I'm saying I'm a misfit. I don't fit in to the plan that they got. I don't fit in. So I can't think how they think. I'm thinking beyond the planet. You see what I'm saying? So as a misfit, I know I'm a misfit, but I still got to harmonize with people that's part of the program. That's challenging because they ain't moving how you moving. You got to endure that process. Feeling like not being properly supported. You're going to feel like that. I feel like that sometimes, and I got great support. But I feel like that because of the mission that I'm taking on, the way I go about it. And so it doesn't mean that it's true. A feeling. That's why I'm very discretionary about using the word feeling like. Because if you feel like you're not being supported, then you'll think, I'm not being supported. No, you are. First of all, you got the power of God that's giving you unlimited support. And so you need to ask yourself, and what I've had to do is ask myself, how am I not supporting myself? And when I get those answers, I adjust accordingly. I make the next move. Okay. Managing stress. Oh yeah, it can be stressful swimming upstream. It can be stressful if you don't go to church and your family go to church. It can be stressful if you know your kids are in public schools and you know that they're programming and they're singling out your child, and you know that you got an expanded consciousness and you got to go in there and you got to make it right. You got to be tactful. You can't tell them, oh, this is a hoax and you guys are doing X, Y, Z. See, if you do that, you're not evolving yet, because all we're doing now is blaming. I am the school for my son. I remember going to the meeting, to the parent teacher conference meeting, and they said, you are the gifted program because your son is so bright. I said, am I? Well, I ain't even got to working with him good yet, but praise God, right? Praise the God in me. Praise the God in him. Praise the God in you, right? Here's something else. So managing stress. You don't feel it though, see? So you got to go into extrasensory. That's what I had to do because I didn't feel a lot of the stress. I didn't know. I just kept adding more stuff because that's what I always did. Right? You keep doing that till you have a condition in your body. Oh, I can't do that. So I'm going to have some what? Boundaries. Boundaries. Right? So multi-dimensional being versus living in a linear world. Woo! The concept's coming at you linear, and binary code is trying to bind you down into the frequency of how everything is operating. You're trying to go higher. You're multidimensional. So you're evolving spiritually, physically, intellectually, through your mind, emotionally. You're developing emotional intelligence. And so when you go into the linear world, people fall out because a piece of cotton hit the ground. People fall out because they're mad at a family member. People fall out because they got cut out in traffic. People fall out because you cut in front of them in line. That's linear world stuff. And when you're a multi-dimensional being and a witness in that, it makes you not want to be in the linear world. But is that your purpose? Not to be in the linear world? No, your purpose is to equalize and harmonize and level the playing field energetically. You see? And so somebody, when you show up, says there's something that when that person showed up, a calmness came over the situation. When that person showed up, that I asked myself, wait a minute, what am I saying? Am I self-sabotaging? Multi-dimensional being versus living in the linear world. Having to address previous karma. Nobody wants to fix what they already broke, even if they didn't know they broke it. But how is the best to free you and free yourself when you realize I may have caused the problem here and didn't realize it? Okay, wash my hands and go. Don't do that. How can I fix this? And let the God in you tell you how to fix it and fix it. Right? Real-time decisions, right? First of all, just a decision sometimes can be hard to make because we got so many things, so many plates spinning, right? So we got to be able to stop the plates from spinning and say, hey, let me evaluate this. And by this time, I'll make a decision by the next day, latest. How do you evaluate? Get all the information together, right? Pray about it. Sit with emotional intelligence. Sit with your different aspects of yourself, right? Put it all together and make a decision. And I prefer if you make the wrong decision sometimes, because that's when you're going to learn the most. You ain't going to learn much from always making the right decision. These are things you're going to go through, right? When you are attempting to evolve. Here's another one. They're addressing issues holistically versus just your little part. How does this affect the whole? I was telling somebody some time ago, they said, man, how do you be so consistent and do what you do so much? How are you able to be so responsible? I said, well, I'm not responsible for what I do. I'm responsible for what happens. I want you to let that sink in. I'm responsible in my thinking for what happens, not what I do, because that means it's just I'm a human doing. And I'm being human because I'm something else. I'm several other things while I'm being human. So I'm not a human doing. I'm being human while I'm being other things. So that's important because now you can look at things holistically. How does this affect this person? How does this affect this? How does it affect me long term? Is this the right decision right now if I'm going to be still involved and engaged in this later? Right? Overcoming challenges to build strength. Don't avoid them. Look for opportunity to grow through challenges. Don't just take on every challenge, but if it's aligned with the direction you're headed, if you're good at a skill and now you get an opportunity to be a leader and lead people, take it. It's going to be a greater challenge. But now you're going to upgrade yourself and you're going to know how to influence people to accomplish the what? Mission. Right? Proper allocation of gift and skills mix. There's a lot of people that's talented. There's a lot of people that's gifted, but you need skills to operate in the world. I'm gonna say that again. You need skills to operate in the world because you're gonna need resources in the world. Some of it may be money. Some you may be to barter something, but chances are you're gonna need some money. You're gonna need certain resources for technology. And so in order to do that, you need to properly balance. You can't just focus on your gift and your talent. You got to have the skill to bring it to the marketplace for the purpose that you've been designed for in this reality. If you need some help with that, you should be blowing up my email because I've done it myself and I've helped other people do it. That's why I'm here. I hacked it, a lot of things. However, it doesn't make me feel good if other people don't have the opportunity that I had, right? So these are a few things that you got to evolve through that's going to challenge you. And it's going to make you feel like maybe I don't want to evolve like I thought I wanted to, but evolve anyway. Because once you get beyond it, you become impenetrable, bulletproof. Nothing affects you. Nothing infects you, but they feel your effect in a positive light. Ashe, is this helpful? It feels quiet. So I don't know if this is something you're getting a lot out of, but we talk, I mean, just for so long, we talk about evolving like there's no challenges with evolving. You just start going in this direction and you go further than you were. No, you're going to dig up some stuff from the past. You're going to be challenged with some things that really are difficult for you to deal with. And you want to make it up in your mind when that shows up for you that you are committed to completing the process right now. Ashe, don't wait for somebody else to do it or to validate you. And listen, I'm not telling you don't get a reading, but make your decision and then get the reading. Let the reading tell you shouldn't do that. Okay. But I done already made the decision and I heard from myself. And yourself may take you to the mistake first so you can appreciate the triumph. So don't get caught up on doing everything, make every decision right. The sooner you make a decision, the sooner you learn how to remember how to get past it. All right. So what areas are you struggling with while evolving? Write a list of them. Arrange them from least important to most important. When you get to the most important, the top 3, I want you to address the first area of priority, day 1 through 3. The second area, days 4 through 6. And you should be good at it by now. So day 7, which would be next Saturday, address it. Work on it. Right? Record any progressions and insights and download, clear up any karmic behavior that you discover from going through this process. It's all going to make you better versus making you what? Bitter. I expect a miracle daily. That's right, Inez. Say that with me. I expect a miracle daily. Listen, jump on the membership. The reason why you want to get on the membership, there's discounts that members only get, and we definitely, you get access to things that kind of can accelerate your process. These concepts really can help you become incorruptible and it can help you evolve. It really can. Okay. So register for the membership. You can you may be able to click on a link. You may not be able to, but you can go to synchronistichuman.com/IM. Okay. Classes. Now we have a tendency to wait to the last minute, right? And a lot of times, let me tell you what happened to me. I wasn't ready to teach hollow mind perceiver when I taught it, but I did it anyway. I taught it anyway. I wasn't ready to create 423 after I created 422, but I created it anyway. I wasn't ready to create 424 and 425. I wasn't ready to do a SOAR report. I wasn't ready, but I did it anyway. And so the way you going to advance yourself is you got to challenge yourself different. If you wait till you get good enough, if you wait till all them duckies line up, and let me tell you a secret, they never line up. Them duckies never line up. They don't. But you can be successful with them being crooked. Because they're lining up so we can fall into what? Comfort. And you're never grown in a comfort zone. So, oh, y'all want to stay like that? No problem. I'm doing it anyway. And guess what? It got to align with you to accomplish. Whether it's crooked or straight, it got to align with you. But if you wait on the duckies say, we ain't going to never get in line because we in control. Right? So get signed up. If you're new, you're going to have to start with LOT 100 and HMP 421. And it's going to be different. But these concepts are not just interesting in this day and time, they are necessary. Well, I don't know if I got the money. Well, you really need to do it. Why? Because you're going to figure out that you are money. Because we're a frequency. And we are attracting what we are. You see? Frequency equals the currency. So if you don't have money, you ain't been radiating the frequency of prosperity. And you have to consciously do that until you become unconsciously competent with it. All right, so get signed up if you got questions. There's a summary. If you go to the website on each class to tell you why you should take the class. So I'm not going to go through each one now. And you're welcome to listen to all of them, but they are prerequisites. You got to do one before you do the next. So, and I put together game plans. I think Ken 220, Veronica, her and I talked, and we did a game plan for her. Goals for a whole year. This is what you do so you can advance yourself. So you ain't got to be corrupted by this system that wants us to expire versus inspire. Okay? All right. All right, it's this quantum leap into the future. Now, what we're going to do, I'm going to do something a little bit different. You're going to do your own meditation today. Meditate on evolution. Meditate on these concepts, right? Meditate on, what are these processes? What is he talking about? Multidimensional self versus living in a linear world. How does that affect me? And then tap into your higher self and say, well, how can I get beyond these things? And let yourself tell you, not Neb Teharka. Didn't nobody tell Neb Teharka to teach HMP. It was recommended. I was encouraged. Myself told me, go for it. When I started coaching, the students asked me to coach because they wanted to accelerate the process of them learning it so they could get results faster. I didn't want to do it. I didn't think I was ready. I thought I was too busy. I did it anyway. Now we're 1,200 coaching sessions plus later. You see? So you got to be willing to step out there and bet on you because you got the unlimited power within yourself. And you'll find that you'll knock out, what is it, to pay your bills? The little $10,000, the little $5,000. Don't tell me it's 3 or 2. Are you worried about money? Figure that out so you ain't got to worry about it no more so you can get on with your life, so you can live your life. Because you need to start living the life you deserve right now. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. Don't procrastinate another second. Because you'll look up and your life will be flashing before you. And he's like, what do I do? What have I done? Right? So let's end with the declaration of evolution. I'm going to say I and then say your name. When I say that, I'm going to say my name, but you say your name. I won't hear it, but that's okay. I'm going to feel it. Hereby declare that I will. And then we're going to go through each bullet. And only do this if you feel comfortable. I don't want you to think this is some kind of cult or something. You the cult and the culprit, not me. I'm telling you to tap into yourself. You evolve, not me evolve you. I say your name, Neb Teharka, hereby declare that I will make evolution my number one priority. I say your name, Neb Teharka, hereby declare that I will clear any karma associated with my existence once revealed. I say your name, Neb Teharka, hereby declare that I will discover, carry out, and become my purpose. I say your name, Neb Teharka, hereby declare that I will remove any judgments that I have of myself and others. I say your name, Neb Teharka, hereby declare that I will look for and remove any spiritual blockages or misalignments. I say your name, Neb Teharka, hereby declare that I will end any cycles that do not support my evolutionary process. I say your name, Neb Teharka, hereby declare that I will show compassion for all beings and all other species on the planet. I say your name, Neb Teharka, hereby declare that I will be patient with my process and others going through their processes as well. I say your name, Neb Teharka, hereby declare that I will be disciplined and focused when things get challenging, and they will at some point get challenging. I say your name, Neb Teharka, hereby declare that I will listen to my intuition and carry out its instructions when received. I say your name, Neb Teharka, hereby declare that I will ultimately strive for self-mastery. Ashe, Ashe, and Ashe. Oh, and so it is. I endure in order to explore, transcending wakefulness. I seal the output of space with the cosmic tone of presence. I am guided by the power of navigation. On behalf of the Synchronistic Human School of Enlightenment and all of its students and all of you, I thank you for taking time out to listen to this message about enduring evolution in the new time. And I will end with In Lakesh means I am another you. Alakin means you are another me. Hotep, Hetepu, and Namaste. And now you should never forget that evolution is the solution. You just got to endure it. Enjoy your creation. Peace.